Why did I pretend to be poor for 2 years in front of my girlfriend's rich parents? My girlfriend's mother spent 2 years telling me I was worthless until the day she needed my signature on a $75,000 check. The first time I met Kayla's mother, she studied my Target blazer like it was contaminated. At the steakhouse, she ordered a $300 bottle of wine, then suggested I might prefer something from the beer menu, dear. When the check came, she let it sit in front of me for 47 seconds, I counted, before reaching across slowly and saying loud enough for other tables to hear, "I've got this one, don't worry about it." Kayla squeezed my hand under the table. Her mother smiled at me the way people smile at telemarketers. At night, I went home to my studio apartment and looked up foreclosed houses in our city. Found 17 properties nobody wanted. Mold, foundation issues, squatter damage. To everyone else, they were teardowns. To me, they were gold mines waiting to happen. I bought my first condemned property 3 weeks later for $19,000 cash from my savings. Told Kayla I was picking up weekend construction work. She thought I was doing drywall patches for beer money. I was actually gutting entire houses at 4 a.m. before my retail shifts. 6 months in, I owned 3 properties and looked like death. Paint permanently under my fingernails, sawdust in my hair, clothes that reeked of industrial cleaner. Kayla's mother loved it. Every family dinner, she'd mention her colleague's son. Justin works at Goldman Sachs. Did you know he has a house in the Hamptons? I'd nod and pass the potatoes with my destroyed hands while she studied them with satisfaction. By month 10, I was running on 3 hours of sleep and Monster energy drinks. I'd installed 47 toilets, reframed 8 roofs, and taught myself plumbing from YouTube videos at 2 a.m. My back was destroyed from carrying drywall alone. My truck looked like it belonged to a homeless contractor, but my bank account? Different story. The Thanksgiving when everything shifted, her mother had actually invited Justin from Goldman Sachs. He spent the entire dinner talking about his portfolio while sitting next to Kayla. Her mother kept refilling his wine and forgetting to pass dishes my way. "So what exactly do you do?" Justin asked me, smirking at my Walmart khakis. "Retail," I said, not mentioning the 15 properties I now owned or the $400,000 sitting in my business account. Her mother actually laughed. "Well, someone has to do it." Kayla went to the bathroom 4 times during dinner. Later, she cried in my truck about how humiliating her mother was. I held her and promised things would get better, knowing I had 3 more houses closing next week. Month 18, everything changed. Her father's shipping company got sued by their biggest client. Fraudulent damages from a botched contract. They owed $450,000 or would lose everything. The house, the cars, her mother's precious country club membership. I watched this woman who'd tortured me for 2 years sit at her kitchen table with her hands shaking. Papers spread everywhere. Rejection letters from 5 banks. Her father kept apologizing, saying he'd failed them. Kayla was Googling emergency loans on her phone. Her mother looked up at me with hollow eyes. "I don't suppose you know anyone who might..." She couldn't even finish the sentence. I pulled out my phone and showed her my account balance, $637,000. She laughed bitterly. "That's cruel, even for you." So I showed her the deeds, 18 properties, the before and after photos, the sale contracts, 2 years of flipping houses while she thought I was worthless. "Why?" she whispered. "Why did you let me?" "Because Kayla loves you," I said, "and watching you realize you were wrong was worth more than defending myself would have been." I wrote the check for $75,000. No contracts, no interest, no conditions, just enough to save them with breathing room. She stared at my signature on that check, the same signature she'd watched struggle with a $40 dinner tab 2 years ago. "The first payment was when you let that check sit in front of me," I said. "Every insult after that was just compound interest." Her father took the check with shaking hands. "We'll pay you back." "No," I interrupted. "Consider it an investment in never having to hear about Justin from Goldman Sachs again." Kayla's mother stood up slowly, walked around the table, and did something I never expected. She hugged me, not the performative air kiss she gave at holidays, but a real hug. "I spent 2 years trying to break you," she whispered. "You spent 2 years becoming unbreakable." That was 3 months ago. Last week she introduced me at her country club as the man who saved our family. Then she leaned in and added, loud enough for her friends to hear, "He's in real estate, very successful." I knew it from the moment I met him. I just smiled and sipped my beer, from the bar menu of course. Some habits are worth keeping.